Hi everyone, Moisey here, back with another video, and today we're doing a 6-part reaction to Kang Daniel SOS Highlight Alone, ICHILLIN, not really sure, Siren, Vernon, Black Eye, Infinite, New Emotions, and Xdinary Heroes, PLUTO. But before we do that, I do want to just do a quick announcement. So, ooh, explosion, wow, magic, okay. Sorry, but today we're doing a launch of our Patreon on this channel. The reason I'm going to do a Patreon isn't for like more reasons besides that there's a lot of videos that I do that end up either being blocked or blurred or having like some sort of edit done to them in order to be posted on YouTube. And then there's also like videos that I can't post on YouTube. So for example, I released like a goblin reaction earlier this year. That one was like copyright struck and it struck my channel, and I was like, I don't want to do that. So basically the Patreon will act as like a secondary posting base for content that is blocked or blurred or etc for the channel. So there are 3 tiers. There will be free posts for the rest of the month, so the entirety of November every post is free, but I want to just quickly explain the Patreon to you guys. So the first tier is $3 because the lowest tier you can have on Patreon is $3, and that's just general support and access to all of my blocked or blurred content. But again, everything being released this month is free, so you don't have to be a Patreon member to watch that content. The second tier is $6, and you get Patreon only reactions, so you can vote for things you'd want to see me react to that I may not particularly do on YouTube. You would also get early access to YouTube videos when available, because obviously towards the end of the year I tend to do videos every day or every other day, but when we go back to our normal uploading schedule next year to hopefully 2 to 3 times a week to alleviate my stress, those will be days you can get early access to videos. You can also have your name included in the credits at the end of every video at the time of recording, obviously. And finally, you can have access to everything in the previous tier. The last tier is $10, and that would get you a verbal shout out at the end of the video. You potentially could be part of Patreon live streams if I end up doing that in the future. Exclusive biannual merch available for you guys. I make a lot of things. I 3D print a lot of things. I love merchy things, and I really want to do some type of merch in the future, so that would also be part of that tier. So 2 times a year you'd be able to get some sort of merch gift. And then finally, everything in the previous tiers. So those are the tiers. I try to keep them as low as possible because I know I'm a very small creator and I want to be realistic, but also like I think I just like even numbers personally. Which is why I didn't do like a $5 tier. So that's why it's $6. I know I'm just me. But yeah, I just wanted to explain that really quick. So if you want to be subscribed to the Patreon, it'll be linked down below. But yeah, so without further ado, let's get into this. Yes, I'm tired. We're shocked, I know. I look like a mess because I am. It's almost finals already. How? Okay, why is this more not the sound I expected to hear? Like the guitar is not what I thought I'd be hearing to start off this song. Oh. Also, was he himself? Oh, now this synth is more what I expected to hear. Ooh, not the dry lips. Please take some chapstick. Oh. Oh. Same. This is very Jackson Wang coded. Ooh. So he's kind of the angel of death. It's kind of cool. It's giving the Maze Runner Scorch Trials. I think that's the second one. Ooh, this I prefer not to see. Is there plot? Like 20 seconds of it, not a lot. Okay, it's probably just an end credit of like, yeah, okay. The world is erupting. It's giving, it's very much like a lot of these scenes feel like pulled out of the Maze Runner. So if you ever watch the Maze Runner Scorch Trials, I think I have a reaction to it on the channel, but they have like very much Dune-esque scenes, very similar to this. At least I think it's the Maze Runner, or it's The Thinning. Either way, I've watched a lot of dystopian shows on this channel, so I get them confused, but it's very much that aesthetic, and it's very interesting because I feel like the beginning, the guitar felt too light, and then he went into this more synth, more rock, pop rock aesthetic, and I think that fit the song more. So I'm very happy to see that he went towards that route, because I feel like that's the route that made the most sense with this song. Any other route would just be like, we're doing this, like what are we doing? But I think that it made the scenes more interesting. I felt like it was more watching a story than listening to the song. When I did refer to the lyrics, I was a little bit like, run wherever you are. So you're running towards something, but your video is showing what you kind of running away from something while running towards something, and kind of being the bringer of death. And I think there's kind of a message in that. And I feel like it's more complex, or I'm just making it too complex, either one of those variants. So I feel like I would have to watch this video again, because I feel like there's so many layers and pieces, and I just don't know if today we have enough time for me to like watch a video like 10 times. So I won't do that today, but no, I'm tempted to do that because I feel like there's just so many more layers to go through in this. And my first listen to the song is not enough for me to fully grasp this song, and I don't know if that's a advantage or disadvantage to him, but I think it might be an advantage because it shows your work is more than just kind of face value. It has more depth to it, which I think is really interesting and something that we can analyze and talk about. But I don't know, I'm still a little on the fence about it. I think there's more to pull out of it, more to think about. But yeah, up next is Highlight Alone. Ooh. How are you doing those? Yeah, thank you, because I was so curious. Also, who is holding the women? Background dancers or the members? Because I know fans were not happy about that. Okay, giving me Taemin vibes. I love it. There's so many. Yes, I dropped my fidget thing. It's fine. There's so many parallels to other idols in this. Yes. Hey. It'd be cool if the water reflection is another member and not him, because I think it would be really cool to transition that way. I'm so sorry. Hey. It's only 4 members. I don't really listen to Highlight. I know Highlight was called something else before they were Highlight. I do know that. They're like 3rd gen K-pop. I also know that. Late 3rd gen? Because it was another group. Then they became Highlight. So it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. They have a whole pre-lore that I'm not like super familiar with, but I do know like the granular information to get us to what they are now. I like the song. I think the song is super calming and has a lot of, I think, notations and similarities to other groups. And I know, like, again, I feel like at this point you just can't reinvent the wheel. There's too many groups, there's too many songs, there's too many aesthetics to reinvent the wheel. And this is just a normal, I don't want to say basic because I'm scared, a normal K-pop song. Like, in all intents and purposes, the aesthetic, the sound, the visuals, it reminds you of a lot of different groups, a lot of different idols. I mentioned a few throughout this reaction of it, but I think like the song itself is good in what it is, but it doesn't reinvent anything. It doesn't add anything, I don't think. I think their fans are probably very happy to have more music from this group and things like that, but I don't think this song necessarily is doing anything that other groups weren't doing. So I don't have many like new opinions to give off of it, besides I think it's a good song. I just don't think it's an innovative song. Yeah, don't hate me. Up next is ICHILLIN Siren. I really need to, don't bang your mouth. You know, I thought she was in her bedroom. Now that she's in jail. That's unfortunate. Are there subtitles? No, there aren't subtitles for this one. Okay. They used to have a very different aesthetic last time I listened to them. Last time I listened to them, it was very like young pop, kind of cringy. This is very much trying to be on trend with the new wave of K-pop. It feels like they're trying to pull a CLC a little bit. Okay. Ooh. Their eyes aren't giving me much though, I will say. But they're executing choreo and vocals, but their eyes don't have the fierceness of the song. I do love like these speed racer-esque outfits though.
Play like a villain. Beat up, play like a villain. I'ma be killer. Stay up, vigilant. Ain't no time to be vigilant.
I think a handful of them have the intensity you need for this song, but for the most part, it's pretty good, but not in terms of like giving us what we need. There's so much going on. I do like the dynamics of the camera making their moves look more intense. Okay. Oh. There's more? Okay, I'm assuming she's at school. Okay, these are the thoughts. These are the thoughts that I'm going to grace you all with. First, I feel like the song is good, but I don't think they have the intensity to carry a song like this because their eyes, you can tell that they were either forcing it too hard or forcing it not enough to get the intensity of the song across, which is really unfortunate because I think the song itself is really good. I just struggle to see that they are able to convey a song like this, because throughout the whole thing it was like slightly uncomfortable because you could tell like they weren't fully in their element, they weren't fully like in it, and it was because of their eyes. Like the choreo is good, I think the scenes are interesting, it's interesting dynamically is not a word in terms of dynamics, but when you look at them individually you don't get the same emotion. They can't push that same feeling across that something like this needs that other groups do really, really well. And so maybe that means this isn't their genre, maybe that means like they have other things they're better at, and that's fine. I just think for me, I think the song is good, but I don't think I could watch the music video consistently without consistently seeing that they just aren't connecting with the material. And that's not a fault of their own. That could just be the route their company wants them to take, and that's also fine. But I just wish that they were able to convey the song more because it was really hard to feel anything watching it. Up next is Vernon Black Eye. This came out last year. I don't even remember it. Okay. Chill. Sure. Okay. You sound like every American male singer from my gosh. Thank you. It's giving Machine Gun Kelly. It really sounds like every TikTok male. Okay. This would be really good for like a 10 Things I Hate About You type of movie though. Like it's very early 2000s sounding, but the video is just it's like I want to be angsty, but I'm not kind of aesthetic. Okay. Cool. I'm happy for you. It's so early 2000s. I don't know how to feel. Okay, sure. It's very early 2000s. Oh my gosh, this font is giving My Chemical Romance. It's giving My Chemical Romance font in like the best way. It's okay. This is a song. If you're from the early 2000s, if you grew up with like My Chemical Romance, you grew up with like very much like 10 Things I Hate About You and like She's All That, He's All That, whichever one you watched. It's very much in keeping with those, like that aesthetic, more so than what we would consider like current modern pop music. As you can see, my fidget toys, thank you. But it's very much in keeping with that, and it's like not expected because I was so confused because the visuals were giving we're gonna be dark, we're gonna be edgy, and then the sound was giving no, we're not, we're gonna be giving pop, we're gonna give pop rock aesthetic. A lot of pop rock songs today, actually. That was unintentionally well put together, but it's interesting. It's confusing. I'm so confused as to why this is the aesthetic he went to. I also don't listen to 17 a lot, so I can't say maybe that's just his personality and like it makes sense for the fandom. But for me, it was very much like I like the song in the context of early 2000s. Do I think this is a song I'm listening to every day? No. Do I think this is a song that I would listen to if I'm having like a major like 2000s throwback vibe? Yes. If I'm like listening to my throwback playlist, maybe this will go in the mix of it because it really feels like it belongs there. It really feels like it was in the era of me listening to like Shakira whenever like old Rihanna music, like old Beyonce music, like old Bruno Mars, like that. It just feels like it belongs there. It doesn't feel like it belongs here, which is so fascinating. I don't know, today there's just so much like contemplativeness in these reactions, and I don't know if you guys are annoyed by it, but I'm just so about all these videos. It's very interesting. I thought these videos would be different from what they are. Okay, up next is Infinite New Emotions. Infinite is a 3rd gen or 2nd gen group, I believe. I think 3rd gen. Sure. That's cool. That's cool. Infinite's like from the era of like Wonder Girls, Miss A vibes, I think. So it's kind of like the comeback of Super Junior is what they're giving. Okay, flex on us. The chorus slays though. Okay, yeah, this is a very third gen. Again, I'm sorry, like everything today is very third gen sounding. I keep saying third gen coded. I keep saying the word coded because I'm watching a lot of like the new Trisha Paytas podcast. So I'm sorry. I will watch it, not before reacting, because I can't get the verbiage out of me after I listen to the podcast. It's very interesting because I did a little Google on the side, and this group is active since 2010. So I think they really were like early third gen, very, very late second gen potentially. And it's fascinating because it's very much the same aesthetic, I think, that we would have heard in like second and third gen vibes, and it's very much different in comparative to, I think, the other groups that have come back. Like Super Junior, when they came back, they really leaned into like the new aesthetic, the new style, while keeping true to themselves, where I feel like Infinite has done opposite, where they're keeping more to their traditional roots from second and third gen to kind of transition back into the industry. And they might have released songs, like I might just be like super off base of not like keeping in touch with them, but it's very interesting to me that they've done something that is of the time, because every current group is really going back to like early 2000s, but they were the early 2000s, this group, and it feels very much like they're just keeping to those traditional roots, and it is working. I think this is my favorite song so far besides Kang Daniel, SOS. And I think it's just because it was fun and like not different, but still interesting enough to captivate my attention compared to some of the other songs that I've had thoughts about today. So yeah, I'm really interested to see and like to learn more, because I don't know enough about second gen, because I came in like third gen K-pop, so I knew a little bit about second gen groups and I listened to a few, but not enough. And then obviously it's fourth gen is happening right now and it's chaotic. But yeah, Last song is Extraordinary Heroes, Pluto. This came out the day after my birthday. I have multiple friends whose birthdays are on this day. It's hilarious. Not the short. I hate those with these short things because these shorts are so like. It's like you gotta style it, you know. And this is like styled properly. I just don't love idols in shorts. But he does have some good like gym bro muscles on his legs. I won't lie. I don't like it because of the shoes. Those shoes are not it. Beautiful vocalist stuff. Okay, hit those high notes. He's so good. I really love the band. I really do. Oh, I can't with boots and the shorts. It's not a cute aesthetic, bro. It's giving Timothy Chalamet. I'm sorry, it is. I can't stop looking at it. Just keep it there. Just keep it there. And it's great. Not the auto-tune. The lead singer is my fave. Like his voice is beautiful. And then the pianist, keyboard player on the left. This one. I think their two voices are my favorite voices of the whole group. Burning like a glowing star. You could have said burning like a pop star. Little scream in the back is wild. They love some auto-tune. This is a very headbanging song, I'm not gonna lie. I feel a little dizzy. I'm not a headbanger person. This is JYP. This is, I don't know if this is an official MV. It's probably not, because also it has like less than 500,000 views, which is fascinating. Because I know last year when they debuted, they had like a really good viewership. But I think it's very hard for bands in K-pop in general. There are really good bands. I can name a few. There's The Rose. They're on tour right now. There's Day6, had controversy. I don't know how it's going now, but I know 3 of the members are still releasing music. Extraordinary Heroes, One We. There's another one that I always forget that is a very popular one. Oh my gosh, but FT Island or something like that. But yeah, there's just a lot of bands, and I feel really bad for bands in K-pop because the bands are always super talented, just as much as like the boy groups and the girl groups, but they're not as like advertised, well known, and I think their music is some of the best music that we never get to hear. It's kind of sad. I really like this song, but I also just really like bands and I do really like bands, I'm sorry. But yeah, I really like the song. I do find it interesting that they don't get an MV, but I understand moving instruments is really annoying and difficult. But I think they could have utilized the set more besides keeping them restrictive, especially like those who have instruments that allow them to move more, like the guitar and the bassist. But yeah, I know these are all artistic choices, and you gotta use your budget the best way possible, and this is the way that they used it, and I think the song is good. It is one of my favorites today. I think I have like 3 that I really liked today, which was Kang Daniel, because it made me think a lot for a morning. Extraordinary Heroes, and oh my goodness, and then Infinite, because I feel like those hit different chords that I think aren't often hit, and I really enjoy seeing that. But anyway, I have work soon, so I'm gonna go get ready for work. But if you guys like today's video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.
Dance with me. Can't come